Hello YouTube, this is William. Going to do lunch and use the new Master Chef. There's been people who wanted me to show, which I promised. But I would show the knife in action. So I thought maybe I would do that and while I was at it, cook lunch. I'm gonna do some stuffed chicken breast. So should be interesting. Hope it's good. Okay, first of all, thanks to everybody who has ordered one of these knives for a fabrication in April and ship out in May. These things sold out. The first run sold out in about 24 hours. And I have been fielding emails about will there be more. So what I'm going to do, I've checked, I've got enough steel to do another run of 20 in Nitro V, 16th inch Nitro V. And so we will do that for the May fabrication and ship in June. And that would be a second run. So instead of where the B is at, it will say second run, the ones that's already sold, that's gonna be fabricated and shipped in May, will have a first run on the blade where the B is at, okay? So kind of differentiate between the two. And so anyway, thanks everybody. I mean, this seems to be a very popular knife, and rightly so. I mean, it's a great little chef's knife. So without further ado, let's get to chopping some vegetables so that we can I can demonstrate the knife. And I wanted the knife to be about 5 inches, because I mean that's about the right size for your largest onions. So I didn't really see a need for a huge chef's knife. I mean, there's plenty of those options out there. This is for that in-between job. It's not quite a paring knife because it's very wide, where paring knives, typically paring knives are narrow. So they get into the things and pair. It's like paring knife, right? Okay. So anyway, move all this stuff out of the way. Hopefully you guys can see this in action. This little, somebody said that they wanted a tooth, but the way this grind is, it grinds all the way through. And I wanted that so that you could use that for a tooth to get in there and take care of those bad areas. A lot of people use the tip, but you know, that can be awkward at times. So right there, just use that little tip, and I'll show you on some of the potatoes of how that could work. But and I am not a chef, folks. So I mean, it just works just like that. I'll get some larger ones. And it's made to where you can hold it up there and have a lot of control. If you followed my channel at any length of time, you know that control is a very important part of knife design for me, because if you control the knife, then it's less likely to cut you. It's when you lose control of a knife is when another thing is the width of the blade. You can pick up materials or veggies and put them in a plate or pot, whatever you need to do with those wide blades like that. So anyway, And we're gonna chop this one a little bit larger and put that in the, I've got a veggie deal here. So just like so. Works as advertised. All right. Another thing, I got some carrots here. I'm not going to show you all of this stuff because, I mean, it's just, the spine on these are 90 degree. All my knives are 90 degree because they are so beneficial for everything. I mean, scraping the carrots. One guy asked me one time, why do I peel the carrots? So, I guess a lot of people just leave the skin on, but they're actually sweeter if you take the peeling off. But yeah, just scrape them like so. And that thin blade, it allows you to get in there and so you have complete control of that knife. Slice these thin so they're cooked with the potatoes and everything. And again, that wide blade is wide enough to get in there and pick those up. We'll take them over there and get them washed here in a little bit. So that's how you do the carrots. We've got a squash here, and again, it's the same thing. It's that angle to where it allows your hand to be off of I mean, you're not banging your knuckles on the cutting board or the counter, whatever you're using. Now let's do a potato so you guys can see how to work on a potato. It's not the best in the world at peeling potatoes. I mean, it'll get the job done. I mean, again, it's not a huge, long chef's knife, so it'll take care of some of the little paring duties that a smaller knife will take care of. But you got to watch your hand when it's hitting that little point or tooth there. So potato peeler would probably work a lot better. But anyway, we're showing a knife. So we're going to use a knife. And again, these areas, you know, like these eyes, it's hard to get to at that point. They just pick them right up. And that point, get it in the camera. That's a bad spot there. Get in there and just twist it right out. There. Like so. I'm gonna wash this right quick. And one other thing that I wanted to show is I got some mushrooms here. I'll just show you one mushroom. I'm gonna finish cutting all this stuff up off camera. There's no need in you guys seeing the same thing over and over. But I've got some cilantro here. It's been washed already. And let me just take some. That makes a good little herb knife. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in my little pestle. How you say it? With some seasoning, a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to make a paste. We're gonna coat the chicken in. Okay. All right, I'm gonna chop the rest of this up and get it ready, and then I'll turn the camera back on here in a little bit. Okay, I got all the vegetables chopped up. Let's spritz it with a little bit of olive oil. A little bit of pepper. Garlic. The garlic's trying to clog up on me. Just a tad bit of salt. I don't want a whole lot of salt. We don't do salt that much. We got onions, carrots, squash, and tater in there. And let that a little bit more pepper on it. I like a lot of black pepper. Garlic. Can't have too much garlic. All right, we'll set that over to the side. Okay, now the cilantro, put some olive oil in that. A bit of pepper. I've got some garlic pepper here that is really hard, so we're gonna crush that up in there. And I don't measure stuff, folks. Just season it to taste, whatever you guys like. I'm gonna make a paste. Got some more olive oil, but it's kind of old. Got so much humidity that everything wants to get wet and damp. So that's what we got right there. All right, set that off to the side. I'll take a chicken. Trim it up a little bit. You see that? I'm butterflying it with this little chef's knife. And you can do fish this way, steaks, just a lot of things. Just a little bit of pepper, not a whole lot. A little bit of garlic. A few onions. chopped up. Take a little bit of this. And I'll take some Philly cream cheese. About 1/4 inch slices. And I love cilantro, so some may not care for it, but I love it. Mom doesn't like it too much, so we won't put much on hers. All right, now that was ready to go on the grill. We'll get the rest of them done and we'll get back to you. All right, we take our little chef's knife, we just pick it up and set it in our pan. I mean, it's a burger flipper, pancake flipper. It's just an all-around great little kitchen helper. I can see why Mom and Pam just love theirs. And I'm sure if you get them for your wives, I'm sure they'll appreciate it too. All right, gonna put them on the grill along with the veggies and wait. Get back to you. I may be impatient, but we're gonna pull them out. See what they look like. Been on there about an hour. Oh man, they smell great. See if it burns the table. I don't think it will. Let's grab one off of there. Get the one that's got the most cilantro on it. You can see that? Man, that is good. Try some of the squash and carrots. Some of that cream cheese on there. Well, that is good. Well, I'm gonna let it cool there for a second and talk about this knife. Just leave the cream cheese on there. Like I said at the beginning of the video, due to demand, really, from customers, I am going to do a second run. These will be fabricated in April, in May. Second run will be fabricated in May and shipped out in June. If you go to my website, wcknives.com, and click on the Shop Knives webpage, you will see two listings. One will say first run, it will say sold out. There will be a second one that says second run, and you'll be able to order one through that listing. Same as the first runs as far as handle materials, handle selections, and all that good stuff. So, you know, thin handles versus thick handles, personal preference. You know, I chop with this, and due to the width of the handle, I think a thin handle is fine. If you want that extra gripping handle, I mean, my hands are a large size, so if you have extra large hands, you may want the thicker handles. You know, that is an option there. But I hope you get a sense of what the design intent was. I wanted a large enough handle so that you could grab onto it, control the knife, and have all of those grips as far as chopping and slicing and dicing that you'd use a chef's knife for. The bevel on it is a very thin 12 to 13 degree bevel on either side, so it slices, as you saw, like a laser. It's just a great small to medium chef's knife is what it is, with the WC flare, the WC heat treat, crowd treat. What else can I say? I love it. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I couldn't do this without you. And until the next one, you guys get in the backyard, whittle on a stick. Be sure to take a child with you, get the opportunity. And don't forget those plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. And we'll catch you again very soon.